Prepare yourself.
Select which robot you would like to modify. Right. Hi there. First you will need a body before you can begin adding other components. Parts are quite expensive here, but you can find cheaper parts in the scrapyard if you're on a tight budget. Your robot now has all the components necessary for entering the competition. If you like, you can use your remaining money and weight allowance to add weapons, armor and extras. Right. Welcome to the paint shop. Select which robot you would like to give a makeover.
Unseeded this robot, but showing a lot of potential. It's a heavyweight robot. It's a sort of box wedge-shaped robot with all the advantages of a wedge for tipping opponents over. Seeded 4th in the competition, this robot isn't to be taken lightly. It's a super heavyweight robot. It's shaped like a kind of domed wedge, powered by a 12-volt sealed lead-acid battery. Definitely in with a chance of surprising everyone, this robot, unseeded today. It's armed with a spike trap to pin and push opponents. The main arena feature is the drill tower. Makes a great spot to push robots into and let the drill do the work for you. You need to watch out for the flame pipes. Nasty gouts of flame burst out when the valve is switched on. Be careful of the gaps in the fences. It's easy to push a robot off the side and into the water below. Mind the barrels filled with oil. Spillages can make a real mess. Three, 2, 1. Activate. The crowd getting restless, waiting for them to get going. And it's going to barge straight into it! I'm not sure how long the aluminium armour can hold up against this sort of impact. It's finding it hard to stand up to the slicing with just the aluminium armour. Determined to pound it into submission. And I think it's ready to submit now! The impact, not really hurting, needs more force behind it to damage something as tough as this. The Kevlar, not the toughest armour against blades like this, hacking away enthusiastically. But they'll be lucky to get a scratch on this tough machine. Tricky to cut into the titanium, luckily for them. Pushing with some force there as it drives it back. Bash, crash, and smash. Looks like a crippling blow with the force behind that. Not too difficult to cut into the Kevlar. Cease!
Prepare yourselves.
3, 2, 1, activate! The crowd are waiting for something to happen here. The aluminium armour, not much defence against this kind of attack. The Kevlar armour giving it great protection though. Not too hard to cut into the aluminium, but it's putting up a brave fight. Grating away, and a little damage appearing. Ramming in with the sharp spike! On the attack with the saw blade spinning, can cause a lot of damage with these. Buzzing closer, the chainsaw looking for an opportunity to see some action. Barging in to push it around. They can't right themselves, something's wrong. It looks like they're out of the contest. The Kevlar taking a battering but holding up. The steel armour giving it some protection from the impact. Trying hard to cut through the Kevlar. The steel armour giving it some defence against the attack. Crashing down hard. The heavy axe making light work of the destruction. This is... Cease!
Prepare yourselves.
This is our third seed, has a good chance of taking home the title. It's a super heavyweight category robot, powered by a 12-volt sealed lead-acid battery. Three, 2, 1, activate! The crowd getting restless, waiting for them to get going. Now this robot will cause a sting if cornered. Round of applause, please, for Porcupine. He is Pussycat, but with that carbon steel cutting disc, he's anything but cuddly. The blades can chop through most materials with ease, and the wheels allow it to run either way up. This one is perfect competitor. Attempting to crash into it! It's finding it hard to stand up to the slicing with just the aluminium armour. Hard to make an impression on the polycarbonate, it's very tough. Saw blade whirring as they try to find an opening. The crowd are wondering what's happened here. This isn't what they came to see. They want maiming and slaughter. Dents and scrapes as it bumps and barges around the arena. And that's it! Causing damage as it starts to rip into it. And they drove... Cease!
Prepare yourself.
Great things are expected from this robot, seeded as it is, first in the competition. It's a super heavyweight contender, relying on a 12-volt sealed lead-acid battery for power. Three, 2, 1, activate! The crowd are waiting for something to happen here. Charging in with tremendous force! Coming in to pin it down with the ideal pushing weapon there. Now this robot will cause a sting if cornered. Round of applause, please, for Porcupine. The armour holding out well against the charge. Can the aluminium armour stand up to this? The axe slamming in on the attack. Not much damage this time. Have another go. Here it comes again, trying to impale with a spike. Keep away from that edge. Unless you fancy a dip, taking a bit of a battering as it pushes it all over and tries to topple it. Out it goes, and no one to cease. They braved the weather and won the Open Trophy. They were the worthy winners in the end.